A boy stands frozen in a strange pose, facing a massive mountain in the distance. He's trying to move it with his mind. Everyone around him thinks he's lost his sanity. After all, how could any human possibly move a mountain? But then, the ground starts to tremble. The tiny pebbles beneath his feet begin to shake. His brother London rushes toward him, trying to stop him, but it's already too late. The boy keeps pushing his power further. Suddenly, the ground splits open, and a loud rumble echoes from the mountain far away. Billboards come crashing down, and statues around them can no longer stand. Against all odds, the boy actually does it. This boy's name is Pepper. But don't let this moment of glory fool you. Not long ago, Pepper was the town's laughingstock. Because of his short height, kids his age nicknamed him Little Boy and mocked him, saying he'd never grow tall.
Stop causing trouble, you midget.
Nobody in that town liked me much. I was 8 years old.
His father, however, was the complete opposite. Tall, strong, and Pepper's only true friend growing up.
I got you covered, okay? We're partners.
Under his father's care and guidance, Pepper enjoyed a happy childhood.
That became our motto.
Do you believe we can do this?
Yes, I believe we can do this!
Let's go, partner.
Partner, do you believe you can do this?
Yes, I believe I can do this!
Pepper, Flint, Busbee, I've been yelling for 20 minutes.
We having the usual today?
Yeah, give me the usual.
Me too.
Enemy has infiltrated the USA. Not on my watch, little fella.
When World War II broke out,
Ready to fight.
Busbee, London.
London was born with flat feet, making him unfit for military service. As the only able-bodied man left in the family, their father had to enlist in London's place. Watching his father walk away, Pepper couldn't hold back his tears. He ran after him, clinging tightly, refusing to let go no matter what. For the first time, Little Boy felt the sting of separation. With his dad gone, the neighbor next door began taking an interest in Pepper's mom, Emma, always using checking on her health as an excuse to get close to her. Meanwhile, London was overwhelmed with guilt, blaming himself for their father having to go to war in his stead. His guilt turned him bitter and short-tempered. Their mom tried to keep hope alive, telling them, "By the time summer ends, your dad will be home." When that long-awaited day finally arrived, Pepper gathered all his pocket money to buy his father's favorite boots as a gift.
Stop! We can't call him midget. It could traumatize him. Little boy.
But sadly, his dad didn't come back as promised. The Busbee family waited endlessly, only to receive heartbreaking news. Their father had been captured by the enemy, his fate unknown. Emma couldn't accept it. She held Pepper tightly in her arms, weeping. Pepper, however, didn't cry or make a scene. He just stared silently at a photo of himself with his dad, lost in thought. Deep down, he believed his father would return, because his dad never broke a promise. He'd sworn he would watch Pepper grow up. London, drowning in guilt, turned to alcohol, staring at old, yellowed photos in silence as he tried to process his grief. One evening, as the sun set over the quiet town, Pepper sat alone on a swing beneath a tree. He hadn't eaten much in days. His mom, heartbroken to see him like that, asked London to take Pepper to his favorite magic show. During the performance, the magician called for volunteers from the audience. Every kid in the crowd raised their hands excitedly, except Pepper. who sat huddled in his seat, withdrawn. To everyone's surprise, the magician picked him.
The movement of an inanimate object through inner power. My new colleague, Will.
He asked Pepper to try moving a bottle on the table with his mind. The audience erupted in laughter and jeers. No one believed this small, timid boy could pull it off. Embarrassed and discouraged, Pepper wanted to give up. But then, the magician leaned in and said softly, "Believe in yourself. You can do this." Those words echoed in Pepper's memory. They were the same ones his father always told him. Taking a deep breath, Pepper raised his hand and focused hard. He clenched his teeth and stared at the bottle. To everyone's amazement, it began to move. Later, Pepper's mom takes him to church. The priest tells the congregation, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains." Hearing this, Pepper's eyes light up. His biggest wish is for his dad to come home safely from the battlefield. After the service, he finds the priest and asks how he can make his faith stronger. The priest hands him a list and says, "If you complete everything on this list, your faith will become powerful enough." The very first task reads, "Be friends with the Japanese man in town." That sounds impossible to Pepper. He and his brother London hate the Japanese more than anything. After all, their father was captured by the Japanese army. One night, something unexpected happens. Under the cover of darkness, Pepper and London sneak over to the Japanese man's house and start smashing his windows. In that moment, Pepper realizes why the military doesn't allow people with flat feet to enlist. London can't run fast enough and he gets caught. The next day, London is sent to jail. Pepper, meanwhile, wants nothing to do with befriending a Japanese person, but his desire to bring his dad home outweighs his pride. So, he swallows his anger and knocks on Hashimoto's door to apologize. Hashimoto slams the door in his face without a word. Still, Pepper refuses to give up. The next day, he returns with a bottle of his favorite soda as a peace offering. Hashimoto takes one look and tosses it straight into the trash. Day after day, Pepper keeps showing up, determined to prove his sincerity. Eventually, his persistence touches Hashimoto's heart, and the two agree to meet at an ice cream shop.
Go ahead, I'll meet you inside.
No.
Okay.
Come. I have a chocolate sundae with...
Hey, I ain't talking to you, Nip. What do you want, little boy?
2 scoops of vanilla.
I haven't had ice cream in years.
Pepper thinks he's completed the task, but the priest shakes his head and says, "You never truly treated Hashimoto as a friend. The truth is, everyone in town despises Hashimoto because of the war, everyone except the priest. Whenever Hashimoto faces discrimination, Pepper just stands by in silence. But, as the priest reminds him, a real friend wouldn't just watch." Pepper later shows the wish list to London, explaining that many of the tasks are impossible for a kid to do alone. He asks his brother for help, but London explodes in anger, accusing him of betraying their father by befriending a Japanese man. Word spreads quickly around town, and soon, no one wants anything to do with Pepper. Desperate, he goes back to Hashimoto for help. This time, Hashimoto doesn't turn him away. Over the next few weeks, the unlikely pair begin working through the list together. They feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, clothe the poor, and visit the sick. With Hashimoto's help, Pepper manages to complete nearly every task. The only one left is burying the dead. But before he can finish,
I took the liberty of stopping by today because I heard about your husband. Get your hat on. Miss Busbee, I want you to know if you need anything, you can count on me.
Thank you, Dr. Fox. Would you like to join us?
Yeah.
Dr. Fox always gets what he wants.
Dr. Fox?
So much. Emma, Freddie and I haven't eaten like this since
Thank you for getting me out of jail.
No trouble at all, son. I can see why. Best view in the house.
May I be excused?
Hey! What are you doing?
I heard about your stupid magic list.
A bully snatches the list right out of his hands. Too small to fight back, Pepper runs to Hashimoto in frustration. Hashimoto listens quietly, then tells him a story about a samurai. Don't measure yourself by how far your head is from the ground, he says. Measure it by how far your chin is from the sky. That's how you'll be the tallest person in town. Inspired by those words, Pepper confronts the bully again. When he demands his list back, the bully tears it in half right in front of him and shoves him to the ground. This time, Pepper doesn't back down.
You fat motherless pig!
This will teach you to never mess with me!
He grabs a toolbox from the dirt and swings it hard. The bully collapses instantly, and everyone around stands frozen in shock. Pepper picks up his torn list. He finally has it back. Through all of this, Pepper starts to see that Hashimoto isn't the enemy people say he is.
London, what are you doing? Please, London, think about your...
Get out.
London, think about what you're doing!
Mrs. Busbee. Now, we'll shoot you where you stand. Get out.
But London refuses to believe that, insisting, no Japanese man can be good. Stay away from him.
In front of everyone, yes? Except for when the day comes to tell him the Japs killed his father.
Stop saying your dad is dead.
The brothers argue loudly in the middle of the street. Pepper yells back, Hashimoto's helping me finish the list. When it's done, my faith will be strong enough to move mountains, and Dad will come home. London snaps in anger, but Pepper turns toward the distant mountains, spreads his hands, and focuses with all his might. His face twists with determination as he lets out a roar. People nearby laugh, thinking he's just a crazy kid. But then, the ground begins to shake violently. Some say it's just an earthquake. Others whisper that Pepper's faith really did move a mountain. Either way, no one laughs at him anymore. After that, Pepper starts going to the beach every single day. He faces the ocean, gritting his teeth, his eyes filled with fierce determination. The ocean lies in the direction of Japan, and Pepper believes if he concentrates hard enough, he can end the war and bring his father home. Every day, people gather to watch him. Some call him foolish. Others are moved by his unshakable faith. Days turn into weeks and weeks into months. Pepper keeps yelling at the waves, trying to stop the war with nothing but his mind. But after all that time, nothing changes, and he begins to lose hope. One day, while Pepper is riding his bike to the beach, he notices something strange. Everyone is staring at him. People are whispering, their faces filled with awe. Pepper did it, someone says. He really did it.
Little boy.
You did it. You did it.
I did it! My daddy's coming home!
Pepper's heart leaps with joy. He can hardly believe it. His dad is finally coming home. But when he rushes to tell his mom the good news, her face isn't filled with happiness. Instead, she looks heartbroken. The reason? The atomic bomb has just destroyed an entire Japanese city. That explosion may have ended the war, but it did nothing to help the American prisoners of war still trapped in Japan, including Pepper's father. Sure enough, terrible news soon follows. The Japanese army has massacred the POW camp where his dad was being held. His father will never return. Devastated and unable to accept the truth, Pepper throws away the wish list that once gave him hope. At his father's funeral, he stands silently beside his family, his eyes empty. After that day, he never smiles again. He spends his days alone at the beach, staring out at the waves, regretting all the foolish things he once believed. Sometimes Hashimoto visits and quietly tries to comfort him, but nothing seems to heal the pain. Eventually, World War II comes to an end, but Pepper's father is still gone. Then, one afternoon, London bursts through the door, his face filled with emotion. He runs to Pepper and wraps him in a tight hug, shouting, "Dad's alive!" It turns out there'd been a mistake. His father's identity was mixed up with another soldier's.
James L. Busbee, 396-27771.
He's alive and recovering in a hospital. Pepper wastes no time. He sprints to the hospital, tears streaming down his face, and finally sees the man he's missed more than anything. Without a word, he runs into his father's arms and gives him the long-overdue gift he'd bought months ago, his dad's favorite pair of boots. His father is stunned. He gently touches Pepper's face, tears glistening in his eyes, and pulls him into a tight embrace. A moment later, Mom and London join in, wrapping the family together at last. No matter how unbelievable it seems, Pepper's unshakable faith and boundless love somehow pulled his father back from the edge of death. Nothing will ever separate them again. This is Little Boy, a boy whose pure faith created a true miracle. And yes, this story is inspired by real events. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for watching.